It's history, guys. History. All right, fellas, can we do it? The first ever Enderman killed by arrow. It's been 15 years in the making. Get in here. Get in there. What? Oh, he's in. This is gonna be so weird. This arrow is gonna launch right into your face. Here we go. God. I don't know if I can get used to that. You can already see the arrows are actually penetrating right through. So I don't really know what's going on here. The arrows are meant to be absorbed by the body, right? All right, but here we go. How many more? He's dead. Welcome to Snapshot 26.3, number 9. This is not a pre-release. This is not an RC. Something really unusual might be happening. It could be Dungeons related. It could be Minecraft Live related. It's not every day Mojang releases a Snapshot deliberately one day early. But Mojang uploaded a video that I'm going to show you if you haven't seen that. Okay, so the big update for this week is the fact that Endermen now take damage from arrows. Now, there are a lot of jokes being made by people, maybe half serious, that with all of these end structure changes, the Enderman and Shulker update from this snapshot, we're gearing up for an end update, but I don't think so, not even in the slightest. There are in fact a lot of projectile changes, and I don't really know where this is all going, but we're getting pretty close to drop number 4 of this year. So here is the situation. We have a boat, we have an Enderman, and we're gonna force the Enderman into this boat right here. Eggs, snowballs, bow and arrow, trident. If an Enderman was outside of the boat and just wandering around, this would still happen. The Enderman would teleport around, thereby being absolutely immune to these situations. However, if they are trapped riding something, so they can be trapped riding a boat, could be a minecart, even a pig, which I'll show you in a second, even a cushion, they will not... They will not be immune. They will just sit there and be targets. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get used to this. I don't even know if the memo is fully out yet and people haven't really truly realized that this is now a thing. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, who's going to be firing an arrow at an Enderman anyway? When you have one stuck in a boat, just leave it there or melee it to death. Now, here's the previous situation. This is back on 26.2. So if I shot an arrow right at an Enderman right now, this would happen. The Enderman would fake teleport, you can hear that sound, and the arrow would bounce off of the Enderman and then desync into a completely different spot. You can still hear it teleporting everywhere. There are no other entities here. There's only one Enderman. This Enderman would still try to move around. And with hitboxes on, you can see the arrow is right over here, even though I shot the arrow center to its body. It's still trying to teleport. Yeah, see, I think it's trying to teleport now because it's daytime. I'm gonna shoot right here on the body. This is the hitbox, like this. And you'd had no idea where the arrow would have gone. Yeah, you can see right here it's visually bouncing off of the Enderman, but clearly it's actually not. It's over there. So this is the situation right now in Snapshot 9. If I shot an arrow right here, it would take damage. So Mojang's choice is clearly not to have the Enderman move out of the way and potentially even teleport out of the boat. It's just to have the Enderman take the hit, which I guess is consistent with everything else in Minecraft because mobs can't move out of boats. So I can still shoot the Enderman whilst riding the pig over here. All right, so poor little guy has no idea. So any sort of vehicle will trigger the same effect. Now, interestingly, tipped arrows don't work on Endermen, and I think it's because the arrow just passes right through. And the same thing probably happens with spectral arrows too. Yeah, it goes right through the body. That has to be a bug. You just imagine when this applies to Bedrock Edition, you can have automatic trident killers on Endermen. So there is one caveat to all of this, which I'll mention a little bit later. This is all in response to this bug report, 183446, titled Endermen Still Avoid Projectiles When Riding Minecart or Boat. So yeah, this all makes a lot of sense. The problem is, Mojang's solution to all of this is just to have the Enderman take the hit from the arrow, like a sitting duck. However, there's still the possible yet highly improbable scenario where there is an Enderman stuck on a block, but has nowhere else to teleport to. Now, I know this is a very, very unlikely situation, but it can happen. So I'm gonna place an Enderman right here, and I'm gonna stand on this bedrock. And now I'm just gonna fire an arrow right at it and watch what happens. The arrow still bounces right off. Now, given what Mojang have decided to do, I just wonder if this situation ever arose, would it not make sense for the arrow to also hit the Enderman successfully? I don't know, just food for thought. There are so many Enderman updates in this snapshot, it's crazy. Endermen will no longer teleport onto Bedrock. This also applies to Shulkers. Now, this is all to stem the flow of Endermen teleporting onto the roof of the Nether, because normally this would happen. So when Endermen hold blocks, they no longer despawn. And sometimes they would just randomly teleport up to the Nether roof and never place these blocks down, because Endermen cannot place blocks on Bedrock, which means they're just gonna stay here forever, and these numbers may accumulate over time. And Mojang have now addressed this. You see, now when I look at the Bedrock block here, there is a block tag called Enderman does not teleport to. There's also one for Shulker. Shulker does not teleport here either. Of course, the main point here is that Enderman will not clog up the space here above the nether roof. And hopefully if I just shoot these guys, they'll simply wander off underneath and disappear from the nether roof entirely. Yes, I know this will completely break the nether roof challenge because now you can't access these blocks. I'm so sorry for that, but I think this is a positive change overall. There is still a way to access this, and that's by the block tag Enderman does not teleport to, as I said. The block Bedrock is here. You can just delete this. The dangerous for teleportation has nothing to do with that. That just has all the blocks which are actually dangerous, like fire and lava. And I assume this behavior is to patch some things with chorus fruit teleportation, because without it, you can still teleport to dangerous blocks like magma blocks. But this is still something you can toggle. So that is the very big change in this snapshot. Now, it's something that you've got to get used to. If you ever want to kill Enderman by arrow, be my guest. As you would know, this update came out on Monday, one day early. And only a couple hours later, Mojang uploaded a video on their channel called Stop the Foul. And I do think this is just Dungeons 2 stuff. However, Minecraft Live is just around the corner, and I suspect this update is going to release in about 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe they're gearing up for an announcement today. We'll just have to wait and see. Enjoy shooting Endermen with arrows, because it feels really weird. Subscribe, I'll keep you guys up to date.